Hello everyone, myself Dr. Arpit. So let's get started a series of 1 PYT a day. So in this question, we are learning about syphilis and various type of lymphadenopathy. So a 45-year-old man with multiple sexual partners represent with a palmoplantar rash as seen below. On examination, he has epitrochlear lymphadenopathy. Very important keyword. Which of the following is likely diagnosis? So whenever a question pop out in front of our screen, we have some buzzwords. Here are palmoplantar rashes, epitrochleal lymphadenopathy, and multiple sexual partner. So we are talking about the sexual transmitted disease. Here, number one, Stephen Johnson syndrome, no. Meningococcal, no. Epitrochleal syphilis, because here epitrochleal lymphadenopathy is very important for the diagnosis of secondary syphilis. So we are learning about the various type of lymph node and their lymphadenopathies. Here is an image of lymph node. The first one is a submental and submandibular. It is associated with the oral cavity, anterior tongue, lower lip, and associated pathology are just the oral cavity, malignancy, and metastasis. The second one is a deep cervical, which is associated with the head, neck, oropharynx, and associated with the upper respiratory tract infection, mononucleosis, Kawasaki disease. Infection mononucleosis is also known as a kissing disease, Kawasaki disease, malignancy of head, neck, and oropharynx. Supraclavicle lymphadenopathy is also important, which of the left supraclavicular is known as a Virchow's nodule. Left side of supraclavicular, also known as a Virchow nodule, is very important for the malignancy of abdomen. Another one is a mediastinal and hilar lymphadenopathy. Mediastinal lymphadenopathy are presented in the trachea and esophagus, while hilar present in the lungs. Here, the both twos are present in the pulmonary TB, sarcoidosis, lung cancer, epitrochlear lymphadenopathy, which involve hand and forearms, which are associated with the secondary syphilis. Trochlea and epimonth means above. So it present at the arms, associated with the secondary syphilis. Next one is a celiac. Celiac involve liver, stomach, spleen, pancreas, upper duodenum, and associated with the mesenteric lymphadenitis. Same superior mesentery, which are below the celiac, involve lower duodenum, jejunum, ileum, colon, and to splenic flexure, and inferior mesenteric involve colon from splenic flexure to the upper rectum. So basically, it involves the GIT system. This involved in the mesenteric lymphadenitis, inflammatory bowel disease, and celiac disease, which is very important. So now we are learning about a periumbilical lymphadenopathy, which is very important, also known as a Sister Mary Joseph nodule, which involve abdomen and pelvis, and very important because it present in the gastric carcinoma. Sister Mary Joseph nodule present in the gastric carcinoma. Next one is a para-aortic. Name means para is pair. So which of the structure which are in a pair, they are presented in this pair of testes, ovaries, kidney are also two, fallopian tube also two, and fundus of uterus. These metastases belong to the para-aortic lymphadenopathies. Very important. Now, next one is external iliac. External iliac involve the body of uterus, cervix, and superior bladder. Internal iliac and superficial inguinal and popliteal are the rest ones. So, internal iliac involve cervix, proximal vagina, corpus cavernosum, prostate, inferior bladder, lower rectum to anal canal, above the pectineal line, which is involved in the internal iliac. Now, superior iliac involve distal vagina, vulva, scrotum, urethra, anal canal, below the pectineal line, skin above uterus are involved in the umbilicus are involved in the axillary, and below umbilicus are involved in the superficial lingual. Very important, and these are included in the sexually transmitted disease. Now the next one is a popliteal, also known as a popliteal. So it involves the dorsolateral foot, posterior, calf,